Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first video for Rhodey's Racing. I'm Rhodey, and although my early videos will be of social go-karting and Formula V racing, I hope at one stage to be presenting GoPro footage from a V8 supercar or stadium truck. Speaking of GoPros, I received a Hero Plus last Christmas, and that is where this footage comes from today. This point of view was shot at Hi Voltage Karts in the Melbourne suburb of Ravenhall. The draw card of High Voltage is the use of electric go-karts with instantaneous power and no emissions. I was at High Voltage with the Sonic Racing League, a group of friends who engage in social level racing around the various rental car tracks in suburban Melbourne. Today's video will consist of three parts: a qualifying session, a race based on the qualifying positions, and a reverse grid race where the positions are taken from the results of the first race. With 16 drivers turning up for the session, qualifying was split into two heats of 8 drivers. My heat featured some of the more experienced and veteran karters, and as a result I only managed to muster up a 7th position within the heat, which translated to a starting position of 10th when added to the results of the second qualifying heat. Considering that I hadn't raced since November last year, I was happy with the result. The two races were also split, with positions 9th to 16th on track first and positions 1st to 8th on after. Due to the split, my overall qualifying position of 10th effectively became a second, putting me on the front row for my first race. Despite my prime starting position and though I temporarily held first during the initial lap, a few small mistakes led to me dropping back to 4th by the start of the second lap. A few corners later and it was 3rd place this time for a mistake, allowing me to take back a position. From lap 4 onwards, the driver in 4th occasionally stuck his nose into my field of view, reminding me that he was there and hungry for my position. The next chance to overtake appeared on lap 7, as I caught up to 8th place, a driver who was at his first race and there for the ride. I swiftly got past him and got back to the task of attempting to hold off 4th. He reappeared at the end of lap 10, and due to a few bad corners on my behalf, overtook me only on lap 11, even waving to thank me for the position. I stayed in that position till the end, even managing to lap 8th again. With the starting positions for this race taken from the results of the last race and then reversed, my 4th became a 5th, but more crucially, the waving guy from the last race started this one in 6th. With the guy who went 2 laps down in pole position, this was going to be an entertaining race. I got a good launch off the line and immediately went on the attack. With a little bit of pushing and grinding, I managed to get to 3rd halfway through the first lap, and then spent the second half under attack from 4th. Halfway through the second lap, I was clear of 4th and was making a push for 2nd when everything ground to a halt. Apparently a couple of back markers had tangled, leaving one of their carts damaged. We sat still for almost 5 minutes while a new cart was organised and the damaged one removed. When the race restarted, I was immediately thrown back into the action, understeering wide while giving 2nd a push leading to 4th getting past me. The next lap, while trying to get past 3rd, I understeered again, dropping yet another position. Just after that, everything kicked off. 4th sent 3rd sideways in front of me, then a few corners later, 3rd retaliated by sending 4th across my nose and into the barrier. A few corners later, 3rd, 4th and I tried going 3 wide through a corner. It worked for a moment, but resulted in another tangle between 3rd and 4th and sent me wide again. After being shown that no bumping sign, everyone calmed down. I dropped another position on the 5th lap, as the fast drivers from race 1 were beginning to make their way through. Another drop position on lap 6 left me in 7th, and with a bit of breathing space. I started to put down some competitive lap times, and by lap 10 I managed to catch up to the back of 8th place, who was getting lapped again. A small mistake by him allowed me to muscle past near the end of the next lap. I caught up to the back of 6th place a few corners later on lap 12, and began to actively seek his position. A small mistake on my part led to me diving into the back of 6th, allowing the lapped 8th to unlap himself. I finally managed to pass 6th after he spun on lap 14, and then relapped 8th a few corners later. I spent the last 2 laps trying to pass 5th, but the race ended too soon for me to be able to get him.